Welcome to Body Energetics, evidence-based spirituality to get happy, healthy, and hot. I'm your host, Lauren Saracione, and I've been in fitness for over 22 years. I've also had 3 major healing events where I learned something new and deeper about the mind-body connection. It is my mission to help you get happy, healthy, and hot. So whether you're here for mindset work to get happy, emotional work to get healthy, or owning your desires and who you be to get hot, Body Energetics is for you. Before we get started on today's podcast, I wanted to invite you to make love to food and dieting. This is our first masterclass of the year. It's January 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to teach you what the patterns are of the attachment styles and how they're showing up in your diet and food, and then the why behind it. Once you know the pattern and the why behind it, you get to be your lover and you get to fill in the gaps that you are using food to do for you. So no more emotional regulation with food. And this is going to help you stick with your diet, which is so important. The consistency is so important to burn fat and get you into your dream body. Go to bodyenergetics.com/secure to sign up. Welcome to episode number 6 of Body Energetics Podcast, evidence-based spirituality to get happy, healthy, and hot. This is an evidence-based episode. And if you listen to episode 000, you'll know that we have categories so that whatever you're working on, if you're working on mindset stuff to get happy, emotional regulation stuff to get healthy, or owning your desires and who you be and what you want to get hot, whatever that means to you, you can go find the right category of episodes to help you on your self-healing journey. In this episode, we are talking about Molecules of Emotion by Dr. Candice Pert. She is the wonderful doctor who discovered that we have an opiate receptor. And when she was making her discovery, she actually was in the hospital, I believe with a back injury, and she was on opiates. And she's like, we have a receptor. This is how it works. Your cells have to have receptors for reactions to happen. So that was one of her major contributions. And she has passed away, and she has lots of videos, and she has been in like different things with Dr. Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza. She's kind of in that kind of circuit of people. What really stood out to me about this book was her explanation of acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is a chemical / hormone, their words are interchangeable, that is secreted from your body. I'm not sure if it's the brain or if it's your gut, but it secretes to slow down your heart rate. And that happens when you have a big meal. So when I'm reading this, I'm like, this makes sense of why we want to binge eat or why we overeat. We're really part of the reason is to reduce stress, to slow down that heart rate and cause this nice rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the digestive system. It's like you're being rocked like a little lullaby on your insides. This made so much sense to me of why we use food to regulate our body on the nervous system level, because of how the heart is being slowed down, and a heart that's slower down changes what's going on in the activity in your brain, which is why brain and heart coherence breathing is my go-to for emotional regulation, and that also helps us connect to our spiritual self. So I was reading this and I was like, oh my God, this is great, because what this tells me is that to have the effect, if we're after relaxation, we don't need to do it with food. We could actually just do it with relaxation processes throughout the day. And so this gives us evidence of why it's so important for us to do breath work and emotional regulation work, because there is so much stress during our day, especially if you have a career that you're dealing with people, especially a service career. And then if you have family, or if you have people around you that need some of your energy, it's so important for us to do things to emotionally regulate our body. So acetylcholine, I want you to keep that in your mind whenever you are reaching for food for relaxation, because you're probably not hungry. You probably don't need the actual food substance. It could be a sabotage. Well, it is a sabotage pattern, but it is just a pattern that you are reaching for to do to cause your system to calm down. And so things that we'll be talking about in other episodes, like brain and heart coherence breathing, that we purposely slow down our breath for 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out at a time, that's going to slow down our heart rate because of the breath regulation. When our breath gets calmer and slower and deeper, what that tells the physical heart is that there is no stress management to be had. You are completely safe and secure. The heart can basically be like, "Ah, I'm good." And that's part of what we're looking for with our food. So this is really going to help you with emotional regulation so that you don't need food to do it, so that you can adhere to whatever type of diet protocol that you're on to get whatever aesthetic transformation you are after. So that was our episode today, short and sweet. Before we hang up, I want to tell you that in just 3 days, we have our very first masterclass coming up on January 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, Los Angeles time. It's called Secure: Making Love to Food and Dieting. I am so excited to share this with you. We are going to go over all of the patterns of attachment styles, because once you observe your attachment style pattern and how it shows up with food and with dieting, then you can change it. You become mindful of the pattern. And when you understand why the pattern's there, if there's an anxious attachment or an avoidant attachment or a fearful attachment, once you understand why the pattern's there, so first we get to see the pattern. When we understand why, we get to go in and be that secure lover for ourselves so that we don't need the food to emotionally regulate. So go to bodyenergetics.com/secure to sign up for the masterclass. Go to bodyenergetics.com to get on my email list so that you can get these podcast episodes directly to your inbox. And then head over to my Facebook community, facebook.com/groups/bodyenergetics. We have a thread for each episode. You can drop in your comments and your ahas. And then every single month, we have a group call to deepen the discussion on all the topics that we covered in that 4-week period. When you come to the 4-week call, you get to be entered into the draw for my amazing mug that reminds us that we are all of it, the darkness and the light. The inside is black, the outside is white. It has really cool lights around the word body energetics. And then we also have my really cute water bottle that has Aurora, my dragon. She is part of my energetic signature, and she is carrying the heart chakra. So check those out. I'm so excited to share this information with you. I'm so excited to connect. Here is to being happy, healthy, and hot. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you found it helpful, please head over and give us a 5-star rating and leave a review for how this was helpful for you. This is going to help me spread the word faster into more people who need this information to self-heal. Join us at facebook.com/group/bodyenergetics, where we have discussions about the episodes. Go to bodyenergetics.com so that you can sign up for my newsletter to make sure that you never miss an episode. And that's the place that you're going to get invited to our Zoom discussion that we have every single month. Tag us on social media, Body Energetics, and we will reshare your tag and enter you into our monthly drawing to win our really cute water bottle or our really cool mug.